Welcome back to Penn State Sports Night. I'm Dugan, Lloyd, joined by Gianna, Cutaia, here to bring you this week's sports update. Penn State football jumped into their winning ways Saturday with a 45-17 win over Minnesota in this season's whiteout game. Minnesota carried a 3-0 lead into the second quarter before Sean Clifford found his tight ends Tyler Warren and Theo Johnson each for a score. The Nittany Lions exploded for 3 scores coming out of the half as their defense shut down the Gopher attack in the third. Penn State would carry that momentum into the fourth, scoring one more time on a Nicholas Singleton 30-yard run, and eventually replacing their starters with backups, including Drew Aller. Clifford would cap off his day with 295 passing yards and 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. Freshman running backs Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton split carries for the Lions, combining for over 150 yards and 2 scores on the ground. The atmosphere surrounding the game played its role, contributing to 5 Minnesota false starts and ultimately resulting in Penn State's 3rd straight whiteout win in a row. Next Saturday, the team will stay in Happy Valley to host the number 2 Ohio State Buckeyes in a matchup that the number 13 Nittany Lions will enter as heavy underdogs.
The number 5 Penn State field hockey team continued their winning streak with a 5-1 win against the number 2 Maryland Terrapins. On Friday night, the Nittany Lions had a slow start, and the Terrapins came out hot in the first quarter, putting one away with 10:32 on the clock. Penn State junior Sophia Gladio, at 4:55 left in the first quarter, tied the game off a corner, changing the momentum for the rest of the game. Then to start the second quarter, Mackenzie Alessi puts one behind the Maryland keeper, and shortly after, Anna Simon scores off a corner from Alessi to end the first half. Kelsey Love moved the ball to Gladio, and she drilled one past the keeper, making the score 4-1. Throughout the rest of the game, the Nittany Lions defense stayed strong, not allowing the Terrapins to get another point on the board. At the end of the game, Gemma Punch added the final goal to defeat the Terrapins. The Nittany Lions advanced their record to 14-2 and 6-1 in the Big Ten. This Friday, the team will travel to Rutgers in hopes of clinching a Big Ten conference championship.
Penn State's men's hockey stayed undefeated with a home sweep over St. Thomas last Thursday and Friday. In their series opener, the Nittany Lions took advantage of a 4-goal second period to beat the Tommies 6-2. In a 66-second stretch in the second period, Penn State scored back-to-back as Simon Mack, Connor McEachran, and then Ben Schoen each found the back of the net. Goaltender Liam Solier stopped 19 of the Tommies' 21 shots to secure a comfortable win. Fast forward one night, and that sense of comfort went AWOL as Penn State was forced to overtime before a Connor McMenamin goal salvaged a 3-2 win for the Nittany Lions. Penn State jumped ahead with 2 goals early in the contest, which were neutralized with 2 more in response from the Tommies. This win marked the 100th victory in Pagula Arena since its debut in 2013. The Nittany Lions will kick off their Big Ten schedule up in Madison this Friday, where they'll face off against the Wisconsin Badgers for 2 games in the Kohl Center.
The Penn State men's and women's soccer teams both ended their games in a draw this past weekend. The men's team played against number 13th ranked Ohio State on Friday night. Penn State outshot Ohio State 4-1, and one of them was put away by Liam Butts. The women's team, who are currently ranked number 24, closed out their regular season with a tie against Iowa on Sunday. Allie Schlegel scored her 10th goal of the season to tie the game. The men's team will host their last regular season home game against Rutgers Tuesday night. And the women wait to hear who they play on Sunday in the first round of the Big Ten tournament. So, Dugan, what are you looking forward to this weekend in Penn State sports?
I mentioned it a bit earlier, that football game, Ohio State coming to Happy Valley. I know a lot of the campus probably with me on this one. Ohio State, a team year in, year out, a college football playoff contender. So a chance at home, Penn State looking to pull off a big upset, a big win at home. I'll be watching and tuning in.
Definitely, I agree. I think Ohio State will be a great game for Penn State. We'll really put them to the test. But I'm really looking forward to the field hockey game. If they win this game against Rutgers, they'll be co-conference champions with Maryland. So I really hope we see a big win out of them. That's a wrap of this edition of Update on Penn State Sports Night. For Dugan, Lloyd, I'm Gianna, Cutaia. Have a great night.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night. We hope you liked that segment.
And we're sure there's other Penn State Sports Night segments that you are going to love as well. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content.
And check us out on social media for updates and behind the scenes clips and pics. Follow us on Twitter at PSSN TV and on Instagram at PSU Sports Night to keep up with all the action.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.